Welcome to our /Pro Revenge, where we share stories of people getting back at someone with pro revenge after being wronged. First story: I did to my neighbor what they did to others. To start, I bought a house with the intention of doing a flip. When I moved in, the self appointed block captain let me know who they were the first day. Sadly, they were my next door neighbors. I tried to be friendly, but listening to them, I realized how horrible they were and tried to keep still be civil. My significant other kept saying just wait for it to be our turn. They bragged about, though, their contacts with the city, forcing people to make improvements on their houses, getting undesirable renters out of the houses, and just harassing people in general. As I worked on flipping my house, the wife became a war's thorn in my side. To start, she demanded I put up a fence so people would quit cutting through my yard and scaring her. Then, her and the husband demanded I take care of the weeds in the yard or they will do it and bill me. After that, a tree scraped their shingles and they asked for $1,200 to replace them. The tree was there before I moved in, and by code they are responsible to cut back the branches to the property line. When I wouldn't pay, they had a relative jump my fence and cut the trees down. Needless to say, I began to ignore to them, so she became a constant gnat and moved on to another target. Then one day, as I was tearing down my deck for a patio, I realized she put a feral cat colony on a section of my property. I had wondered why all the stray cats were around, and I finally found out. I reached out to the city and demanded it be removed, but they said she followed the law on getting it in place. As I tried to get it shut down, she began unhinged behavior, from standing in her window staring at me, yelling out the window at me, to hitting the fence with items to scare my dog. Here my revenge started. I started by filing a HRO harassment restraining order against the wife and had it granted ex parte with the evidence I provided, or course she contested, as it was defamatory to her character. Before the hearing, the husband tried to physically intimidate me. So I filed one against him, and it was also granted ex parte. In the hearing, it came up that there was an HRO against the husband as well. They dogged it being served until I had it published as a means of service. I started to make complaints about them and their house. Also, I made police calls when necessary. As I did this, the other neighbors began to realize they could do to them what they had done to them and others. For example, as I was having my front door replaced, needing a building work permit. I knew they were doing internal remodeling, so I called a city inspector, and they were fined for not having permit. As she ranted at the inspector, he looked at my window and saw I had mine displayed. Their back porch became hoard, so I made another call to a city inspector, and they had to clear it out. Then they had a broken window on the porch door, so I called an inspector, and they had to replace the door. Next, the paint on their house was peeling, so I called an inspector, and they had to repaint. The inspector also found the wood underneath was rotted, along with their front porch was sloping. So, they needed to fix the front porch, sections of wood, and repaint. Through all this, they had up cameras to prove they were not doing the things I said, i.e. hitting the fence. They also pointed a camera at my backyard. As it was legal to point a camera into my yard, and a part of my HRO was her intrusive watching behaviors, I gave the camera the middle finger on my way to and from my garage. When she complained, with the city tiring of her, their response was she was admitting to intrusively watching me. The fight over the cat colony came to an end when I realized one of the cats had a serious disease, and I began to capture them and turn them into animal control. Don't worry, animal control was part of the feral cat program, so they would not be put down, but the neighbor would have to pay a fine to get each cat out or have the colony closed. Finally, I caught the sick one, and it had rabies. Part of the program was for her to capture each new cat, have it vaccinated. Something she admitted to willing not doing on her GoFundMe for the colony. I soon had the GoFundMe shut down. When I provided the evidence, she was not using the funds as she stated they were going to be used. The city now had to act to close the colony. The person at Animal Control who wouldn't respond to my complaints was fired. The neighbors called in a city mediator who we met with, presented all the evidence and said we would not meet with them, and provided extremely racist tweets they made about neighbors. The city cut ties with them as community leaders. With their power to bully gone, and having spent what I can only imagine in fines and repairs, like they did to numerous other neighbors. After 14 years, they sold their house and moved out, way out to the suburbs where they only have one neighbor about 50 yards away. They knew I was wrapping up my flip and would be out in less than a year. Without being able to bully their neighbors, with people having their back, they seemed to have no further reason to stay. Needless to say, I did several more things to wear them down. Finally, when I listed my house, it was sold while theirs was still on the market. As a final FU to them, I reported to the county they had both the new and old house listed as their homestead, meaning they were paying less in property taxes, so they got hit in with more fines on my way out. Second story. I was fired and made the company lose over £100,000. So I used to work at a family-run builders merchants and was a trade sales advisor. I was fired for bringing up health and safety concerns in an email sent to a manager, and for the fact I was apparently unhappy in my role. I did nothing wrong, but they still sacked me. Now, when I worked there, I had clients that I had built good relationships with, and I even become friends with some of them. They would get me beers and whiskey at Christmas or have BBQs, and so on outside of work. Anyway, back to the revenge. I was fired, which in my opinion was unfair, and it was during this COVID-19 pandemic. I had worked the entire way through it until I was fired. So I wanted revenge, and I contacted multiple clients and friends, and most of them say, okay, we won't use that company if they treat the staff the way they did to me. One client easily spends over £100,000 a year easily in the top 3 customers they had. He used them because I would get him the best prices, etc., etc. As soon as I'm fired, I call him and let him know what happened, and he straight away promises not to use them again. So big middle finger to the owners of that. I hope you learn to treat your employees better or go under. Health and safety executives did visit and told them to put a few things right, but nothing else. I did have video and photo evidence of one accident actually happening and many other issues. I don't have a copy of the email, but ACAS can find it on their internal mail system, as it never truly disappears. Also, any clients I contacted were friends. I didn't contact a huge list of clients, just a handful, letting them know I no longer worked for the company. They asked why I got fired, and I gave them an honest answer. I did not ask them to stop using them, as at the end of the day, if they offer the best prices, they would still use them, but that's not the case. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.